dear students. Assalamu alaikum. Again, today our topic is forgetting. Uh, we have discussed first two paragraphs of this lesson. Now we are taking up the third paragraph. In the second this paragraph, due to some technical fault in my gadget, I could not complete the second paragraph, in which we know certain psychologists tell us that we forget things because we wish to forget them, and that's why we forget pillars and portion, means the medicine, to take the medicine at the point R, because uh, we dislike to take the medicines. That's why we forget. And he has given an example. This is because the psychologists have propounded this theory, but he himself says, well, but this does not explain, however, how it is that lifelong devotee of medicine like myself is forgetful of them, as those who take them most unwillingly. Those who are unwilling to take medicine, they forget, and myself, who is very fond of these medicines, also forgets. Why? So it is against this theory. That theory does not explain this, why, although I am very fond of, but still I forget. He cites an example: the very prospect of a new widely advertised cure-all delights me. There is a medicine that has been advertised widely, and that has been given the name cure all, and he is very delighted to take that medicine. Our author is very delighted to take that medicine. Yet even if I have the stuff in my pocket, I forget about it as soon as the hour approaches at which I ought to swallow it. So he says, well, I forget as the time approaches to swallow it, to take the medicine, though the step, means this cure all, is lying in my packet, but I forget to take it, though that is lying in my pocket. So that's very difficult to explain why I forget, though I am very willing, happily I take it. Chemists make their fortunes out of medicines that people forget to take, and our author says, well, the chemists, those who are selling the medicines, they make the fortunes, they amass huge amount, they earn money out of that medicine, which the people forget to take. Today, our next this paragraph is like this, that goes: the commonest form of forgetfulness, the commonest form of forgetfulness is, sorry, well, the commonest form of forgetfulness is, uh, I suppose, occurs in the matter of posting letters. Commonly, people forget to post the letters, though it is not nowadays. We don't have this system of posting our letters. We usually send messages and emails and all that. So before this, the people used to send the letters by post, and so we have to post them. But it is commonly this forgetfulness is found in the people, that they forget the post letters. So common is it that I am always reluctant to trust a visitor to post an important letter. It is so common, this forgetfulness, that I'm always reluctant. Reluctant means unwilling to trust a visitor to post an important letter. If I have to post my letter and by some visitor, I don't. I'm unwilling to trust him to ask him to post my letter. So little do I rely on his memory, because I rely very. I don't trust his memory. Very little I rely on his memory, means very less I believe or trust his memory, that I put him on his oath before handing the letter to him. If I have to hand him letter to post, I have to put him on an oath, to take the oath, to swear beforehand, so that he may not forget to post my letter. As for myself, anyone who asks me to post a letter is a poor judge of character. So far, I am concerned. If anybody asks me to post his letter, so he is a poor judge of character. Means I'm very I forget to the things all the time. So nobody can trust me. If he trusts, he is a poor judge of character. Even if I carry the letter in my hand, I'm always past the first pillar, this what you call the first pillar box. Even if I carry the letter in my hand, I'm always past means go beyond the first pillar box, where I have to post this letter, that I'm gone beyond that. Before I remember that I ought to have posted it, I should have posted it. So means I forget. Once I reach the pillar box, first pillar, I forget, and later on it comes to my mind where I should have. Weary of holding it in my hand. Weary means exhausted, tired of holding it in my hand. This letter, when I am holding it in my hand for quite some time now, I am weary, I am tired. I then put it in for safety into one of my pockets. I forget all about it, so I put it into one of my pockets, and at the same time I forget about it, about the letter that I have to post. After that, it has an unadventurous life, till a long chain of circumstances leads to a number of embarrassing questions being asked, and I am compelled to produce the evidence of my guilt from my pocket. After that, what happened? After that, it has an unadventurous means usual life, without anything worth mentioning. Nothing special happens later on in the day. Circumstances leads to a number of embarrassing questions, but at the end of it, it leads to an embarrassing questions, embarrassing committed offense or crime. Once you do something like that, sorry, it means causing someone to feel uncomfortable. Means later on I feel uncomfortable, embarrassed. I'm being asked questions about that letter, if I had posted or not. So I feel very embarrassed or anxious or uncomfortable on these questions being asked, and I am compelled, I'm forced to produce the evidence of my guilt. So I produce the guilt. Evidence of my guilt means that the crime, the offense that I have. What is the offense here? Here the offense is not posting the letter. So and the evidence of that is lying in my pocket, and I have to produce that. Okay, I have committed this crime, this offense, means I have not posted the letter. So I produce. Sorry, I forgot to do that. This, it might be thought, must be due to a lack of interest in other people's letters, but that cannot be explanation. For I forgot to post some even of my few letters that I myself remember to write. Our author says, well, this might be thought that it is due to that we lack the interest in others' letters. Maybe because of that, because of that we forget to post his letter. But in the same breath he said, well, this is not the right explanation. Why? Because I forget even to post some even of the few letters that I myself to write. Sometimes I even forget to post my own letters that I had to post. So that is not the correct explanation. In the next paragraph, author says, as for leaving articles in trains and in taxis, I am no great delinquent in such matters. As for leaving articles means forgetting articles while traveling by trains or in taxis. Our author says, I'm no great delinquent, irresponsible person in such matters, who neglects who his duty, who forgets delinquent, who forgets or neglects his duty. I am no great delinquent. I am not no such delinquent person, or rather, uh, uh, I am not such a delinquent person in such matters. I can remember almost anything except books and walking sticks, and I can often remember even books. I can remember almost anything, but except books and walking sticks means I forget them. Usually I forget my books or walking sticks. The English people are always carrying as a fashion walking sticks with them, and so I forget these things, and I can often remember even books, but often I remember my books but not walking them. Walking sticks, I find it quite impossible to keep. As for walking sticks, are concerned means because of fashion, I am carrying all the time a walking stick, but it is very difficult for me to keep. Means I forget it. I have an old-fashioned taste for them. Already I have told you this is because of the fashion. These people, English people, carry the walking sticks with them. I have old-fashioned taste for these walking sticks, and I buy them frequently. Frequently means more often. I buy these, but no sooner do I pay a visit to the friend's house or go on a journey in a train, but as soon as I go visit my friend's house or go on a journey in a train, then another stick is on its way into the world of the lost, means my another stick is gone. I forget that while going to my friend's house or journey while I'm visiting somewhere on a journey in a train. I dare not carry an umbrella for fear of losing it. And that's why I dare. My author says, well, don't dare to take the umbrella with me, umbrella for fear of losing it, because I have the fear to lose it on my way. To go through life without ever having lost an umbrella, has even the grimmest jawed umbrella carrier ever achieved this? Means this is not possible that anybody could have gone through the life without losing an umbrella. That's not possible. That's dead impossible. Means everybody is one way or the other way. He would have forgotten his umbrella. And next, I think let's let's carry on. Few of us, however, have lost much property on our travels. Few of us, a little number of us, few of us, however, have lost much property on our travels through forgetment. Because of the forgetment, we have lost much of our property. The ordinary man arrives at his destination with all his bags and trunks safe. As far as the ordinary man is concerned, he definitely arrives to his destination where he has to reach his place without losing any bags and trunks. Means with bag and baggage he reached there safely. The list of articles lost in trains during the year says that it is the young rather than the adult who forgets things, and that sportsmen have worse memories than their ordinary serious-minded fellows. As far as the list that has been displayed by the railway station, Great London Railway Station, that list suggested that the articles lost in the train during the year. It says that it is the young rather than the old, means that these lost objects belong to the young rather than the old. Adult who forget things, means it is the young people who forget things more than the adult, and that sportsmen have worse memories than their ordinary serious-minded fellows. And also these this list suggests that it is the sportsmen, they have they forget things because they have worse memories. Their remembering power is very bad or very worse than the ordinary serious minded fellows, than the other common fellows. The sportsmen have very ordinary these worse memories. A considerable number of footballs and cricket bats, for instance, were forgotten. Why he says that it is the supplement? Because in the lost objects contains a huge number of footballs and cricket bats. Cricket bats, for example, because they were forgotten, they were lying in the. This is easy to understand, for boys returning from the games have their imagination still filled with the vision of the playing field, and their heads are among the stars. Uh, this is why they forget, because when these people, these boys, they are returning, these sportsmen returning from the playing field back to their homes, and they then they are very much busy in their mentally, they are busy in their imagination. Their imagination is still filled with the vision of the playing fields, and as if they are still at the playing fields and thinking their heads are among the stars, means lost in pleasant thoughts. They are lost in pleasant thoughts that they should have done this thing and they have done this thing, or they should have done this thing, means this is all about. That's why he said their heads are among the stars, means they are having the pleasant thoughts and imagination, or their hearts in their boots, or they are in a state of despair. If they have lost the match, or they have not played well there, they are feeling unhappy, or they are in the state of despair. That's called the hearts in their boots. Or if they have done good, or they have won the match, their heads are among the stars, as they recall their exploits or their errors. Why? Because they are once they recall those moments, they have done good, they have they recall their exploit or their errors, or they have done their mistakes. That's why they are either happy or they are sad. They are abstracted from the world outside them, but these people are abstracted away, means inattentive, or thinking so deeply and not know what's going around. Abstracted means they are thinking deeply and not knowing, not know what is going around them, and from the world outside, they are cut in a way, they are detached from the world around them, what's going on. Memories prevent them from remembering to do such small project things as take a ball or the bat with them when they leave the train. Memories prevented them. It is the power of remembrance, remembering the things. Memory prevented them from remembering. Therefore, to do such small project unimportant. Project means unimportant, such small project things as take a ball or the bat with them when they leave the train. So because of the forgetfulness, they forget to take such unimportant project things like bat or ball with them, so they forget them and leave them behind on the trains. With this, I conclude today's lecture. Thank you.